All right, good evening, everybody. Congrats on finishing SPs. Um, Another one down. I think we only got one left. But we're not here to talk about SPs. We're here to talk about Anki, of course. Woohoo, right? So we'll jump right into it. So hit that browse menu. We're going to be in first aid as always. But today we're going to be down in endocrine, and this video is going to focus on two lectures. So the pituitary hypothalamus pituitary lecture. Is that right? Yeah, hypothalamus pituitary gland lecture, and then the endocrine histology lecture. I just got a little ahead on lectures with the histology one. So, and that kind of loops into the hypothalamus pituitary. Wow, words. So that's this lecture content, and then there'll be more videos the rest of the week. So we're going to start embryology. You're going to go into thyroid development, and there's just two cards here. This one here, if you didn't pick it up before. But so number 4 or 5, and then this one down here that the thyroid develops at the base of the tongue and goes down through the thyroglossal duct. And just make sure your arrow is facing down in the sword field. That is where we're going to start, and then we're going to leave embryology, going to anatomy. We're going to start in the pituitary gland. And so you can activate all of these cards, and the ones you want to have unactivated is the 5th card, talking about lymphocytic hypophysitis. And then you can activate the next 4 after that, and then you want to have these ones talking about the beta and alpha subunits. You don't need those. But the rest of these cards here, very good to have. And then in the adrenal cortex and medulla, you want all the cards as well. But the ones you do that I wouldn't recommend having are these two talking about 17 alpha hydroxylase and the zona glomerulosa. Those ones are a little kind of niche. And then you skip these two cards, activating those. And then this third one here, it's just a duplicate. It's the other one's up here somewhere. So, or it was. Oh, it's right below it. So these two cards are the exact same. They're just duplicates. So if you want to have 2, that's great. If you don't, that's all right too. That's what I'm doing. And then in the endocrine pancreas cell types, you should have these 4 activated from a previous video. So those ones aren't new. And then we're going to minimize that. We're going to go into physiology. And we're going to go down to, wow, where am I going? Prolactin. And in prolactin here, you want to have the first 5. And then we're going to skip down, and you're just going to kind of watch here, and it's going to be what effect. The second, what effect does prolactin have on its own secretion? Decreased. You're going to come down some more to prolactin secretion is stimulated via thyrotropin releasing hormone. And then you want the second one after that, talking about milk production, lactogenesis. And then you're going to skip one because we're not worried as much about the lactotropes. And then prolactin is a homologous to the growth hormone. So that is it for prolactin. And then we're going to go to where to go. Oh, I suppose I should open this up. My bad. So prolactin, here you go. This is what it should look like. Wow, this is a completely different page. So the first 5, this one here, and then come down to the bottom, and you should have the last one and the last 2. And then there's oxytocin. You want all of oxytocin. And then we're going to open up somatostatin, and you can just hit the growth hormone because there's not an insulin, so growth hormone. You want the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, and the 9th. Those ones are good to have. So somatostatin, growth hormone, oxytocin, and then the prolactin. Those are the ones to have for these couple lectures. And then we want to go into the section 14, signaling pathways for endocrine hormones. And these are ones that I found helpful in here. So the second, and this chunk from the 4th down to 8th, I think, down to hormone sensitivity. And you're going to skip to the relative time of how long it takes of each respective hormone to move. Skipping 2 after that, grabbing these next 3, the one once a steroid hormone in the Golgi, skipping this one. Then out of the rest, you just don't want the last one. So you want, if more hormone is required, how do the receptors, amine hormones, all steroid hormones. I just didn't grab this one. If you want this one, go for it. But that is it for this section. And then we're going to go to the last section, 15. And I grab the second, the fifth, the sixth, and the last one there. Then we're going to minimize physiology, and within pathology, we're going to be in diabetes insipidus. And we are just going, actually, we're going to open it all up, but we're going to go through each section. So basics, all of them except the second. In central, you want the first 7 cards. In nephrogenic, you want the first 2 and skip the next 3, and then grab the next 5 after that. So nephrogenic, 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 and then 2 after the nephrogenics, but you don't want these 3, 4, 5. And then primary polydipsia. I didn't have any activated here. But that is going to wrap it up for this video. So as always, hope this is helpful for everybody still, and happy studying.